Good morning, friends, and happy Wednesday. I almost thought it was Tuesday today. Silly me. So, today I want you to tell me what day was yesterday. Go ahead and tell someone around you what day was yesterday. And what day is tomorrow? Right, exactly. You should have said that yesterday was Monday and yesterday is Tuesday. See, I did it again. I keep thinking today's Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday and tomorrow will be Thursday. All right. Now, Miss Gregory's in order. My goodness. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do today is I'm going to look at our schedule. And I see that we are doing page 526 together so that we know what to do. I've had some of us some questions come up about this next page. So if you watch this video, you can tell your parents this is how you're supposed to do it because they don't know. We did this in class right before we left. And remember, Miss Gregory told you that we will not use a ruler, right? First graders do not use rulers. And if you look right up here, it says you can use blocks to measure length. Now, I know most of us don't have blocks at home. Miss Gregory doesn't have any blocks at home either. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find something that kind of is the same as a block. So, for example, here's my paper. It looks just like yours. I'm going to put this down, and if you can see a little bit my work, I'm going to check and see if this pen is about the same size as this block. It is. If you can see, my pen is almost the same size as the block. So, in order to do this, I'm going to use my pen, my marker, to figure out how many. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 blocks. Now, this is kind of an estimate because we don't know exactly how many blocks because we're not using blocks. It's okay if your answers are a little bit different. So use something around your house that you can find. Maybe you can find little blocks that are about as big. Maybe Legos will work. Maybe if you find Tic Tacs, maybe Tic Tacs will work. Something that is small and about the same shape, size as this red square right here. And then you're going to measure these items. So if you look at this marker, you can tell that they put the squares underneath and then they would have counted the squares. But look how big these squares are. So you need to make sure you're using the same squares when you're measuring. Don't use a big square and then a little square to measure the crayon because that won't make sense. You have to use the same object. If it's this big, it must stay this big the whole time, or that if you don't do that, then your measurement's going to get messed up. So let's look at this. If I look up here at this one, I see that this one has some big blocks, and those big blocks are about as big, let's see, they're about as big as the top of my spoon. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's about 5, and that's okay. I'm allowed to say about. That means I'm making an estimate, a good guess. So I'm going to say 5 on that one. Now let's look at the next one. I'm going to use little blocks for this one. So I'm going to use my pen again. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's about 4 blocks. Now, it sounds kind of funny because this one up here was 5 blocks, and this one down here is 4 blocks, and this one is so much bigger. But look how much bigger the blocks were. My blocks were a lot bigger, so that's okay. So on the back of this page, when you do it yourself, you're really supposed to go and find real objects around the room. So you're supposed to go and look for a stapler or a pencil sharpener or a thing of paint or some glue or a notebook or a pencil. If you can do that and go find items around your house to go measure, that would be awesome, and it would be so fun for you to do that. So if you can find these objects either on this side or this side around your house, go measure them with a spoon. All right? That's what I want you to do. If you can find them around the house, measure them with a spoon and see how many spoons. Or how many blocks if you have blocks. If you do not have these things around the house, then just measure the picture. All right? Because you need to finish this side on your own. All right, so the next thing you have to do in reading and writing is you're going to work on your syllables. It looks just like this. So let's look at number 1. It says trum something. And I'm going to look over here at this picture. Well, I know that picture is a trumpet. And if we count our syllables, trumpet. So I have 2 syllables in that word, but what am I missing? What word can I spell that I know how to spell? Trumpet. Do you know how to spell the word pet? I bet you do. Let's try. I should find let me find a different All right, I'm back. So we're done with this math page. So I'm going to make Miss Gregory bigger. All right, so trumpet. Now I know how to spell pet. That's easy. I hear 3 sounds. Pet, pet, pet. And I know how to spell that. I know that is p, 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 e, and t. Trumpet. I'm just going to write pet, because that's what syllable is missing. So for the next one, mag. What is that? Magnet, right? A magnet. Good. So magnet. And it already says the mag part. So I need to add net. Net. So you put that on there, and then when you give your packets to me, I'll be able to check if you did that correctly. You do have another assignment for reading and writing, and it's the vowel digraphs about O-O. So we talked a little bit about O-O and like hook. So it's kind of like if someone punches you in the stomach and you say, ugh, yeah? Like hook or ugh. You shook someone's hand, or a hook on your finger. So it's kind of like someone punched you in the stomach. Can you make that sound? Very good. So that's the next page you're going to do. Now, lastly, in social studies is something I am super excited to see your guys' things back. The first thing you must do is you must read. Let me get to it. I'm going to pull it up. You must read this right here, and we're going to read it together. Let's read it. Trees. Trees provide shade and oxygen, and some can also be processed to make paper. We can use email and computers to do some of our work and save trees. Also, we can plant trees to make sure that there are always trees around. So you have this paper right here, and on the back of this paper, it has a little diagram. So we need to write down some things that trees give us. So let's think of some things together, and then I want you to think of some other things. I want to think of some crazy things. I know a big one. Trees give us air. They allow us to breathe. Yeah, they give us oxygen so we can breathe. Just like that. They give us oxygen. All right, so they give us the ability to breathe. What else do trees give us? Let's think about some trees that give us things. Trees give us leaves. What else? How about apples? Do trees give us apples? Are there orange trees? Here there are. Orange trees. All right, I'm going to pick just a few. I put air, which is oxygen. Oxygen. And leaves, and apples, and oranges. Now you have 3 more you need to come up with on your own. Think about other things that trees can give us. Think about animals. What are trees to animals? They put something over their head. What is that called? When you are finished with that, here is the fun part. You need to find this page right here that says, a tree is a plant with a stem made of wood. Do you know what a stem is? A trunk. Very good. Take this paper outside and place it on the trunk of a tree. Take a crayon and rub the paper until you see the texture of the tree. I cannot wait to see you guys do this. So, looking around for a crayon or something. Hopefully you have a crayon at home. If you do not have a crayon, use a pencil. It'll work just fine. So you're going to go out to the tree and you're going to put your paper, if my hand is the tree, you're going to put your paper on the tree, on the bark, just like that. And then you're going to take your crayon and you're going to rub it. And you're going to be able to see the different textures of the bark. And it's going to make a really cool picture. So I cannot wait to see those. When you are all done with those, I would love it if you could complete day 3 of Scholastic. Remember, it's on Class Dojo to be able to find that Scholastic site. I will also be posting a Go Noodle video and a natural and man-made video that I want you to watch. So go ahead and do that Go Noodle whenever you need to. Send me some videos of you guys dancing and I'll dance right along with you. I miss you guys like always. I hope you are getting your packets done. I hope you're getting 20 minutes on Lexia, 20 minutes on Dreambox every single day. I hope you're exercising. I know Coach Lintz would be super happy to hear that. I hope you're practicing your art and your music. Miss Bunch and Miss Mahan would love to see your videos of you getting that work done. If you need anything else or if you just want to talk, I'm always here. So if you think one day, I really want to talk to Miss Gregory, just tell your mom or dad to give me a phone call, okay? And we can talk on the phone, all right? So I will see you tomorrow. That is it for today. Make sure you get your work done and send me some pictures. Bye, guys.